fantasy. They kept on coming after me, just when I thought I was free, my friend. I've heard them talk of paradise. I've only known a pair of dice. I'll throw them down in the afterlife again. Border wind, border wind, where do you roam? Cover my trail tonight. The campfire's always burning, while the big wheel it keeps on turning. You have seen behind the curtain on $1 a day. I'm trying to paint you a picture, but there's been quite a mixture of honesty and fiction, to tell it straight. Border winds, border winds, where do you blow? Cover my trail tonight. Wasn't good enough for reason, she said it as he was leaving, when the cotton flower season had come to pass. Tragedy was at hand, the ballad of a wanted man, living in the age of the rain. Border wind, border wind, where do you blow? Cover my trail, cover my trail, cover my trail tonight. How about it for our good friend, Miss Alicia Blue, opening up the show. Really enjoyed having her out this little run here. I know there's a lot of people here tonight, I know personally, and I'd like to thank you for coming. And if we've never met, I'm even more impressed that you bought a ticket. To my friends that paid for tickets, you should have called me. Maybe you did. Tried to get you in.
God damn it,
People have been asking me to comment on the recent goings-on with my career in the business, and there's just not a lot I can say. Currently, there's just too much on the line.
Free Clovis!
Really. There's too much on the line.
Can't talk about it.
Out to Wilson or the roundup, where you can't win if you fall. A little later on, down at Bank Bar, Miss Candy poured him something strong. He got restless, drove up to Ringling, chasing cousin Jimmy and his ghost. Uncle Kurt, he kept telling stories, being bucked off of his horse. Hung his own rope in Oklahoma. I took it all in Santa Fe. And there in the darkness, it all looked so inviting. laughing times, Billy McLane. Spent a lot of time thinking about Jesus and all of the trials they put him through. Some people love to tell you to live more like him, and then get mad when you do. I ain't nobody, just another traveler, trying not to get killed by his name. I'm just coming in from the unknown country. Pleased to meet you, I'm Billy McLane. Those Albuquerque lights, so dim as fortune, out at Four Corners he got away. Sometimes the truth, boys, it's stranger than fiction in the life and times, Billy McLane. Life and times, Billy McLane. Let me say a little more to you, because I'd like to tonight, being so close to that Mendocino County line. When I was younger, and I got in a whole lot of trouble with the law, and a lot of bad things happened, and I turned into a transient, and it was the safest thing for me to do, because everything in my life was falling apart, in my family's life and a lot of people I knew. And my mama was born in Colorado, but she was partially raised in the Bay Area. And growing up in Texas, she would the way she would talk about the West Coast, it sounded like the Garden of Eden to me. It sounded like Big Rock County Mountain. And she spoke of this part of the country so fondly that when everything fell apart and I found myself hoboing around, I made my way up here. And in many ways, the dream that I had was true. And it was the first time I found people who accepted me and my art just in my music as an honest exchange. I'd never seen anything like that before. And there's so many people in this room that are part of how I'm able to be here tonight with y'all. But what I'd like to say about the music business is, these major labels, they started calling me relentlessly about 7 years ago, and I turned them down. Please, there's no reason to boo them. It's not like that, really. I'm just telling you. I turned them down. I never wanted to work with one, really, but eventually I realized that I didn't want to be an old man and never find out what it was really like in those rooms and behind that veil. And in the last 18 months, I have seen behind the curtain, and it's a difficult thing to have been a part of, and I don't know, I'm just, yeah, we'll see what happens next. I truly don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I appreciate y'all buying tickets tonight, and thank you. I know a place that ain't too far from here, where you can disappear any old time. And the town where I'm coming from, they want me to pay for what they think I've done. What have I done except stand up for myself when I didn't have anybody else? What have I seen? Loving on this spot. I'm just doing what I think think is right. Where I come from, we lived down Old Port Road, a place you wouldn't know unless you knew. Now I'm a man, almost a fugitive. Oh, but how I've lived by my own rules. What have I done except stand up for myself when I didn't have anybody else? And what have I seen of an honest path? I'm just doing what I think is right. I know folks got their ways of doing things. We live where the low fruit hangs, that's how it's been. I can still see my mother's hard-earned tears across the years in my mind. What have I done except stand up for myself when I didn't have anybody else? What have I seen of an honest fact? I'm just doing what I think is right.